Can I have your attention, please? If you are a student teacher here for the pinning ceremony, we ask that you please go down to the theater so that you can get your instructions for marching in. We will start at 2 o'clock. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Oh, we'll do it one more time. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Oh, it was so impressive. Please be seated. It is my sincere pleasure to welcome you to the Spring 2025 College of Education Teacher Pinning Ceremony. We began this tradition almost 10 years ago for a variety of important reasons. First and foremost, to honor you, our students, our teacher candidates, our next generation of difference makers. You have worked hard, you have learned, you have grown, you have struggled, and you have overcome. And for today's graduates, that is more true than ever before. You have persevered through one of the most unusual, messy, cranky, unpredictable seasons that our world and our teachers have ever faced. Today, you have reached a milestone, a step that moves you from being a student to a teacher. And in a few minutes, you will recite the College of Education Teacher Oath, committing out loud to yourself, to your peers, to your faculty, to your family and friends, the responsibility that comes with being a Sam Houston State University teacher. The oath reflects your commitment to this noble and meaningful career choice. Today is a day worth celebrating because you are worth celebrating. And we gather here today to recognize this accomplishment, to tell you how proud we are of you, and to celebrate your transition in this way. Well done, and congratulations. But we have a second reason for being here today, and that is to celebrate and honor the career that you have chosen. Let me put it simply. I am looking at a room of the most powerful people in the world, and I'll say that again. The most powerful people in the world, and I mean you, our teachers. Teachers impact the world in a way that absolutely no other profession does. You as teachers will change lives. You will impact students every single day, and by that, you will shape the future every single day, and that makes you powerful, powerful. How many of you, all of us in this room right now, can think of a teacher who has made a lasting impact on your life? Yeah, how many of you can think of that person? Yeah, every hand in the room, anytime you ask that question, will go up. Absolutely, you can think of that person, and you will remember that person forever. That is power. And with power comes what, Spider-Man fans? Yes, responsibility. So just like you can remember that teacher who positively impacted you, how many of you can think of a teacher who didn't leave that kind of impression? Yeah, you know that person too, right? Maybe a teacher who didn't live up to your expectations, who didn't help you learn, who didn't help you grow or change for the better. So we remember those people too, and that is responsibility. To know that what you do every day makes a difference, that on your best day, you are changing lives and you are impacting students. And on your worst day, because you will have those days, you are still changing lives and impacting students. And that makes you, future teachers, the most powerful people in the world. Remember that. Hear my voice and don't ever forget that you are the most powerful people in the world. And remember that teaching is both an art and a skill. It requires your heart. It requires hard work. It requires preparation. It requires practice. It requires dedication and commitment. All of those things because you are impacting children every single day. Teachers matter, and students deserve and need the very best teachers possible. So the pin you will receive today includes the Sam Houston State University official logo, because you proudly will not just be a teacher, but a Sam Houston State teacher, the very best that Texas has to offer. And that makes you special. But your pin also is in the shape of a starfish, and we did that intentionally. In 2017, our college began the Starfish Project in response to helping meet students' financial, academic, and emotional needs after Hurricane Harvey. And we quickly realized that those needs, the emotional needs, the social needs, the academic needs, the support for whatever those needs are ever present. Hurricanes, a global pandemic, social change, political divisiveness, even war. Those things remind us that the need to support one another, to care for one another, the need to build understanding and to let people know every day that they are loved and that they are valued, no matter how different or how similar we may be, and no matter what changes and challenges we may face. That need is consistent and constant. So the Starfish Project is named for a story that you have probably heard, and for our students, you've probably even heard me tell it before. And it's the one where a little girl walks along the beach when the tide has come in and the tide has gone back out, and the beach is literally covered with starfish. And she walks along the beach and she picks up a starfish and she tosses it back. And she walks a little further and she picks up a starfish and she tosses it back. And a man comes up next to her and he's like, "What are you doing? Do you not see miles and miles of starfish? You're never gonna make a difference." And she picks up the next starfish and she tosses it back in the ocean and she looks at him and she says, "I made a difference to that one." And your College of Education pin is in the shape of a starfish to remind you that you, as a teacher, make a difference. And you, as a teacher, make a difference every single day, and again, the most powerful way possible. They impact students, you impact lives, you impact the future. The future of our schools, the future of our communities, the future of our country, the future of our world are all, without exception, impacted by teachers. And starting today, you are a teacher. And we celebrate this profession and your choice to be part of it through this pinning ceremony. I keep a quote on my desk, and it really is there, and if you come by and see me, I will show it to you. But somebody gave that to me when I was where you are, when I was just about to start my teaching career. And it's worn out, and it's tattered, and it's kind of bleached from the sun, and it's held together with a paper clip. But I leave it there because it reminds me of why we do what we do. And what it says is 100 years from now, it will not matter how much money I made, what kind of car I drove, or how big a house I lived in. But the world may be a better place because I made a difference in the life of a child. You will make a difference. You will impact children. You will change the world, and you matter every single day. So the Starfish legacy continues because of you and because of the choices that you make as teachers. So I want to say first, thank you, not just from me, but from the entire college, and most importantly, from the students whose lives you are going to impact. Thank you for choosing to be a Bearcat teacher. And always remember that every single day, your calling, not just your job, but your calling is to make a difference to one and to many every single day. You are a teacher. Congratulations. So one of the highlights of our teacher pinning ceremony is to invite words of wisdom from a recent College of Education alumnus who's still in the early stages of his or her teaching career. So today you are in for a treat. It is my pleasure to introduce this year's alumni speaker, Ms. Nadia Fonseca. Nadia is a first grade bilingual teacher at Lowman Elementary in Waller ISD and was named Elementary Rookie Teacher of the Year for the entire school district. If you will please help me welcome Nadia to the podium.
Thank you. Good afternoon, distinguished faculty, graduates, or teachers, families, and friends. It is an incredible honor to stand before you today as a proud first-generation teacher graduate, a mother of 4, and a bilingual teacher. Today we gather for your pinning ceremony, not just a tradition, but a symbol. That pin you're about to receive isn't just a decoration, it's a badge of courage, a sign of service, a reminder that you've been called to lead, to teach, and to transform. As I look out to all of you, I see future leaders, change makers, and the heart of education itself. Let's take a moment to fully feel the weight of this. You didn't get here by accident. You got here through sacrifice, resilience, and unwavering belief that education is a force for change. For many of us, especially those of us who are first-generation graduates, this path hasn't been easy. I remember what it felt like to sit in a class where I felt like I didn't belong, to study late at night after putting my kids to bed, and to wonder whether I could really balance it all. But I stand here today because of the support of my family, the encouragement of my mentors, and the belief that education could change the life of myself and my children. As a bilingual teacher, I have seen firsthand the power of language and culture in shaping identities and the future of our students. I've worked with children who, like me, have faced challenges in language, and I've witnessed how transformative a caring educator can be. I want you to all remember that your job as a teacher is not just to impart knowledge, but to create a space where all your students feel valued, heard, and seen. The students you will teach come from diverse backgrounds, each with their own stories, struggles, and dreams. You have the power to help them believe in them and their potential. I want to challenge you to see beyond the surface, to dig deeper and to understand the unique needs of each student who walks into your classroom. Your students may come from different circumstances than your very own, but remember, they need the same love, care, and belief in themselves that you needed when you were sitting in their shoes. I know this work is not always easy. There will be moments of frustrations, moments where you feel like you've given everything and you wonder if it's enough. But let me remind you, it is enough. The work you're about to do will change lives. The patience, the kindness, the belief in your students, it all matters. Don't ever underestimate the power of your presence in their lives. As you embark on your journey, remember to lean on each other. You are joining a community of educators, all committed to make a difference. Stay curious, keep learning, and never forget why you started this journey. It's not for the recognition or the accolades, but for the lives you will touch, the hearts you will inspire, and the future you will help build. To the families and friends who stood beside these educators, thank you. Your unwavering belief, late night pep talks, and possibly some emergency coffee deliveries helped make this day possible. Today isn't just a celebration of individual achievement, it's a tribute to the village that got them here. And now to the newest teachers of Sam Houston State University, I leave you with this. Be the educator you once needed, the one who guided you when you were unsure, who saw your potential when you couldn't find it under a pile of assignments, and who reminded you that you belong, even on the days you showed up to class with mismatched socks and no idea what day it was. Whether your student is a curious first grader, a new arrival student from a different country, or your class size jumped from 22 to 28 like mine did this school year, be their steady voice, their champion. Listen with intention, teach with compassion, lead with quiet confidence. Knowing that what you do, yes, even during bus and cafeteria duty, has the power to change lives. Because in your classroom, greatness doesn't just begin. It's recognized, nurtured, and sometimes bribed with stickers and extra recess. Dr. Harry Wong once said, "The teacher is the most important factor in student learning, not the program, not the school, the teacher." That teacher is you. Your presence, your passion, your preparation, it all matters. You have the power to speak life into a child who has been silenced, to spark imagination into a student who has lost hope, and to lead generations simply by showing up every day with faith and commitment. Congratulations once again. The world truly needs you, and I'm proud to call you my colleagues. Go make a difference. Eat 'em up, cats.
Thank you, Nadia. That was inspiring, and you embody exactly what we want our teachers to be. So if you will help me thank Nadia one more time for her words of wisdom. I am also honored to introduce our superintendent speaker for today's ceremony, Dr. Scott Shepard. Dr. Shepard has more than 35 years in education in Texas and has served as superintendent of Huntsville ISD since 2018. He's previously served as assistant superintendent for secondary school administration in Cypress Fairbanks, a principal in Kirbyville and Katy ISDs, and started his career as a band director in Jasper and Kirbyville ISDs. With a dedication to students and a focus on building champions, and you can see that in all of his work. He makes such a difference in the lives of students. He was also the 2023 Region 6 Superintendent of the Year. So if you will please help me welcome Dr. Scott Shepard.
Good afternoon, Bearcats and Bearcat families. How are y'all today? Come on. I am thrilled to be here. I am not thrilled to follow Nadia. Isn't she spectacular? One more big round of applause. Raise the roof for her. So I've heard a bunch of these keynote speeches. I've given a few. This one will be a little bit different, maybe memorable. Usually there's a list, like the top 5 things you should do to be successful, the top 10 things you should avoid in your first year as a teacher. You get the picture. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I'm going to give you one short, memorable piece of advice. Just one. And I know what you're thinking. This is going to be the best speech ever because it sounds like it's going to be really short. Right? One memorable piece of advice. It's from an old friend and colleague of mine, and he used to say this so often that it just kind of became his identity early in my career. And he would look at people and say, you know, if you want to be an eagle, you need to look like an eagle, you need to sound like an eagle, and you need to fly with the eagles. That's it. That's all I've got. Have a great day. Sorry, it's not going to be quite that short. All right. But it's worth repeating. If you want to be an eagle, you have to look like an eagle, sound like an eagle. We're practicing on the front row. And fly with the eagles. Now, I couldn't have queued that up any better. That was great. So let's start with look like an eagle. So here's some practical advice from an old guy that's been doing this for a long time. So I'm not going to tell you as a first-year teacher that you need to wear a suit and tie every day or a business suit and high heels and a pencil skirt. Your job is going to dictate a dress for you. And there will be a culture on the school that you choose to work at. And that culture will kind of dictate to some degree the casualness of the staff. So my advice to you is this: find that standard and live in the top quartile. Okay, that bears repeating. Find that standard and live in the top quartile. Because if you want to be an eagle, if you want to be thought of as successful, you need to look the professional part. And that doesn't mean you can't wear jeans every now and then, and follow the culture of your school and your campus and the acceptable guidelines. But look around and find the top quartile in dress and look like an eagle. So that takes us to sound like an eagle. What you say as a teacher, you are now an expert in the field of education. Maybe you haven't taught a day yet, but you've chosen the profession, so now people listen to what you say. Negativity breeds negativity. Now, I'll tell you, I already told you I'm an old guy, so this may shock the people in the front of the room, might not shock everybody on stage, and it won't shock some people in the back. But the teacher's lounge, for a long, long time, had a really bad reputation. Has anybody warned you about the teacher lounge? Anybody talk to you about that? Well, I'm happy to tell you it's not like it used to be. When I was a student, believe it or not, you could smoke in the teacher's lounge. That's a true story, okay? You'd walk by the teacher's lounge at my high school, and when the door would swing open, you thought the thing was on fire in there. I mean, like, I don't know how the smoke alarms didn't go off. They must have taken them down. I mean, it was just a billow of smoke. There was quite a bit of complaining in there. My teacher mentors told me, hey, don't go in there, right? It's like a dark hole. You'll go in there, you'll get sucked in. The next thing you know, you'll be negative. Again, I don't think it's like that anymore. We've gotten into professional learning communities. We've expanded the way we work as educators. So I don't think you would see that in your lounge. You definitely won't see smoking, but you hopefully won't hear negativity. But I'm going to tell you, and it was kind of mentioned earlier, there are going to be some tough days, and you're going to be tempted to go there. You're going to be tempted to say negative things and feel negative. It kind of reminds me of a few years back, I studied leadership lessons from Disney. Anybody familiar with the Disney books and series on leadership? It's all about how they built their culture and their identity and their brand. And did you know that at Disney, there's an underground? Did you know that? Like, isn't that cool? Like, if you're an employee at Disney, you're expected to stay in character when you're above ground. When you go underground, it's the only time you can relax your character. And everybody's in character, not just the people in costumes, but the people that are like working the gift shop. They're an employee, they're in character. And their character embodies the core beliefs of Disney. And they're required to stay in character when they're above ground. Now, maybe it's my experience as a student and a young teacher, but I kind of like to compare the underground at Disney to the old teacher's lounge, you know, and I have this vision, maybe a bit cynical, maybe a bit unprofessional, of Cinderella after a really long shift above ground, and she's down there all hagged out, dragging on a cigarette, you know, and she's just worn slap out. And she's wondering, like, what am I doing here? I don't even like kids. Like, here I am working at Disney, kids are tugging on my dress, wanting to take a picture with me, and the next one that does that, I'm gonna lose my mind. You're going to have that moment. I'm just warning you. You're going to have that moment. How you react to that moment will define your success. And I hate to break it to you, I use the underground analogy purposefully because there is no underground for you. Let that sink in. You signed up to be a teacher, and you're always a teacher. You're a teacher at church. You're a teacher at the grocery store. You're a teacher at the neighborhood block party. You're a teacher at our good old friend social media. You're a teacher. You'll be viewed as a teacher. What you say, how you act, how you portray yourself is also a portrayal of education. I'm sad to say that some of the negativity that can be directed toward education is sometimes the fault of us because we forget that we're a walking billboard for public ed. And so when we say and do things that underscore negative beliefs, well, you're an expert saying those things. So find a trusted confidant or family member and let them be your underground. But your underground can never come out in a public way on or off of the job. That was pretty heavy. Sorry, had to go there. So lastly is fly with the eagles, right? So I want to be an eagle. I got to look like an eagle. I got to sound like an eagle. And I've got to fly with the eagles. Who are the eagles? In our case, those are those superstar, committed, dedicated educators. They're everywhere. Hopefully, they'll be the overwhelming majority of the people that you work with when you graduate and get in the workforce. So make the right choice and be with the people that you aspire to be like. And don't get sucked in by the people that want you to join the club of misery, the people that are struggling for whatever reason. I'm not saying don't listen. I'm not saying don't help them. But what I am saying, if you want to be an eagle, look like an eagle, sound like an eagle, and fly with the eagles. With that, I hope, if nothing else, you remember that phrase, and I hope that it helps you in some way in your career. I appreciate your attention. I appreciate the fact that you've decided to make a difference for all kids by going into what I believe to be the noblest of professions. Eat 'em up, cats.
I think you can hang on to that, right? Right? Look like an eagle, sound like an eagle, and hang out with the eagles. Absolutely. Dr. Shepard, thank you so very much. Without further ado, I want to welcome Ms. Angie Taylor to the podium to begin the pinning phase of our ceremony.
Thank you. I know that cheers because y'all are excited to move forward, right? It's not for me, I know. So thank you, Dean Edmondson. And as the Dean mentioned earlier, many of you can probably remember a time and name a teacher that made a difference in your life. And because of that teacher, you have chosen this noble profession. Now it's time for you to make a difference in the lives of our students. Thank you for choosing to teach and serve the future of our country. At this time, I would like to invite the marshals and the faculty to take their positions and prepare for the pinning of the candidates. Candidates, the marshals will direct you to the stage to be pinned. You'll face the audience and the faculty will drape the pin stole over your shoulders from behind, and then you'll pause for a quick picture for our friends online who may be joining us as well. Y'all go ahead and grab your stoles. Okay. I'll call your name and you'll stand in front of your faculty member. Thank you. Catherine Aller. Carly Johnson. Anna McCon. Angela Dunlap. Brianna Espinoza Salazar. Katie Blanchard. Melissa Monty. Brittany Mimilar. Isabella Lubbock. Hannah Jeffrey Mittag. You may pin your candidates. We're pausing and smiling for our friends online too. Y'all can wave. Okay. That's fine. You're good. Okay, thank you. You may exit the stage. Thank you. Marlene Hernandez. Audrey Whitley. Allison Teed. Gracie Thompson. Sterling Hendricks. Karis Wortham Williams. Alexis Lucius. Kaylee Green. And baby. Sweet boy. Bria Smith. Taylor Cash. You may pin your candidates. Everybody smile. Awesome. Congratulations, you may exit the stage. Delaney Jenkins. Caitlin Callahan. Natalie Gutierrez. Haley Ward. Veronica Janice Montanez. You're welcome. Naomi Henderson. Valerie Villarreal. Max Mendoza. Sharon Chris Johnson. Julie Klinkskells. You may pin your candidates. Everybody smile for the people online. All right, congratulations. You may exit the stage. Tatum Hill. Emily Dunklin. Rebecca Luther. Megan Key. Madison Manley. Marissa McCarr. Aubrey Swearers. Hannah Langlis. Haley Solis. Andrea Solis. You may pin your candidates. Everybody smiling? All right. Congratulations, you may exit the stage. Betty Thompson. Rebecca Oakes. Abigail Thornton. Shelby Velasquez. Shelby Godfrey. Micah June Gasataya. Joanna Essa. Mallory Gregory. Kendall Williams. Jacob Brogdon. You may pin your candidates. Congratulations, you may exit the stage. Dale Pekovsky. Wesley Went. Sophia Bozarth. Kaylee Thomas. Jasmine Serta. Thank you. James Stivers. Caitlin Telg. Avery Harris. Olivia Hernandez. Abigail Shriver. You may pin your candidates. Congratulations, you may exit the stage. Thank you. Ren Livingood. Orlando Martinez. Ajane Cross. Tarvia Dimerson. Emily Roth. Kaylee Kmichik. Trinity Tuttle. Madison Sebi. Hayden Duncan. Katrina Berwick. You may pin your candidates. We're smiling for our friends online. Very good. Congratulations, you may exit the stage. Itzel Gonzalez Chavez. Anna Durbin. Allie Linchek. Kara Fleming. Paige O'Hanlon. Rachel Hardy. Robert Crawford. Chelsea Fry. Skylar Barlow. Marlene Vieira. You may pin your candidates. Congratulations, you may exit the stage. Grayson Sills. Priscilla Matos. Gregory Madrid. Cecia Romero. Lily Johnson. Fallon Blanchard. Reagan Robinette. Mariah Adams. Angela Rios. Olga Hernandez. You may pin your candidates. All right. Congratulations. You may exit the stage. Madeline Evans. Taya Breget. Taylor Mullinex. Kiana Harden. Araceli Chavez Rivas. Oh, sorry. You're welcome. Maria Lara Pimble. Emily Alexander. Alyssa Allen. Leslie Hooray. Julia Palmer. Excuse me. You may pin your candidates. So we're smiling for our friends online. They can see you. Okay, congratulations. You may exit the stage. Michaela Keebler. Ashton Pyle. Madison Falcon. Abby Lemon. Allison Bumpers. Brooke Williamson. Lainey Irwin. Kylie Hamill. Courtney Litton. Lillian Waring. You may pin your candidates. Uh-oh, we got a selfie going. Okay, good one. That's the first one. Congratulations. You may exit the stage. Melissa Hernandez. Markaylin McGinty. Leah Hinojosa. Candace Jackson. Madeline Ames. Kayla Fisher. Tania Kane. Kaylin Goldstein. Emily Graham. Amanda Leha. You may pin your candidates. Congratulations, you may exit the stage. Emily, you have it. Stephen White. John Adams. Sarah King. Nora Britton. Erica Zelstra. Karina Elias. Haley Barrera. Haven Frost. Danielle Ray. Avery Wood. You may pin your candidates. We're just practicing for graduation. Get this straight. Congratulations, you may exit the stage. Jackie Hernandez. Brooke Urea. Kaylee Rusnak. Wesley Phipps. Suhey Rojas. Monica Solano. Nayeli Velasquez. Mireya Campero Siddiqui. Anna Ovale. Melanie Gonzalez. You may pin your candidates. Congratulations, you may exit the stage. Hannah Kirby. Rachel Greeny. Alexander Kinzel. Madison Dozier. Alyssa Van Dyke. Brandon DeLon. Rafael Hernandez. Kevin Mendoza. Luis Portillo. Eric Pacheco Sandoval. You may pin your candidates. Congratulations. You may exit the stage. Roberto Gaitan. Giancarlo Giannini. Tyler Barnes. Caitlin Terrace. Michaela Moreno. Vielka Rebuloso. Ermelinda Casas. Savannah Arianas. Meiji Massey. Can we do two more? Go ahead and do two? Yes. Esmeralda Gomez. Elise Taylor Smith. You may pin your candidates. Congratulations, you may exit the stage. Congratulations, you are a Bearcat teacher. We are so proud of you all. Now, I'd like to invite Emily Graham to come forward and lead the Bearcat Teacher Oath.
Teachers, please stand for the Bearcat Teacher Oath. Repeat after me. I am dedicated to serving others through teaching. I am committed to inspiring the minds of the future. I will strive to create opportunities for others' success. I believe that a quality education is founded upon research, is culturally responsive, and is ethically sound. As a Bearcat teacher, I will use my abilities to make a positive impact on the world. I am a lifelong learner. I am a leader. I am a difference maker. I am an educator. I am a Sam Houston teacher. You may be seated.
All right, thank you, Emily, for leading the Bearcat Teacher Oath. As we conclude today's ceremony, allow me to leave you with a quote from a behavioral psychologist who has positively influenced my education. He stated that education is what survives when what has been learned has been forgotten. This quote has incredible implications for you as both a former student and a future educator, because education is far more than learning just the content itself. Education encompasses a lifelong process of critical thinking, learning, application, and reflection. So as you celebrate all of your accomplishments this week, remember that you are stepping into the next chapter of your life with the opportunity to positively influence your students' educational trajectories to result in the next generation of lifelong learners. I also want to take a moment to share with you an exciting opportunity as you begin your teaching career. Today, you will receive a save-the-date postcard for Bring 'em Back Cats. This is an all-day professional development opportunity this fall that will be focused on ideas and innovations for novice teachers, and we hope that all of you will take advantage and be able to attend. So please join me in another round of applause celebrating our Bearcat teachers. All right, please remain in your seats. The marshals will dismiss you one row at a time. You will recess to the white ballroom reception, where you will receive a parting gift from the college. Your guests can meet you there. Guests, please remain in your seats until the students have exited, and then join your Bearcat teacher in the white ballroom for refreshments and photos. Thank you all for joining us today.
That's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Hey, go, bring me down. Can't nothing bring that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is. You. Hey. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Come on. It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Well, give me all you got and don't hold it back. Well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you